And joining us today on our Book Talk segment, great to welcome back a woman who's been with us a few times before. She's known as the Juice Lady. She has a new book out. It's going to help a lot of people. It's called Anti-Inflammation Diet, 28 Days to Restore Your Body and Feel Great. We're joined today by Cherie Calbom, and she joined us out from Idaho today. And Cherie, good to talk to you again. How are you?
Well, thank you. I'm doing great. It's a beautiful day here on Lake Coeur d'Alene.
Is that anywhere near Sun Valley? I remember the Sun Valley was the place I heard of out in Idaho.
Yeah, no. We're right at the Washington State border.
Oh, up there,
so
okay.
we border Spokane.
Oh, great. Nice part of the country. I got to get to Idaho one of these days. I've been to Washington, but not to Idaho.
Yeah, come visit the beautiful Northwest of here.
Well, first of all, congratulations again. I know we've had you on a few times before with your previous books, and they've helped so many people. And I guess just for people that haven't been with us before, this juicing really helped you personally. That's how it all started, right?
It did. In my late 20s, I developed chronic fatigue syndrome and fibromyalgia. Terrible case. I could not work. I slept about 12 hours a day and woke up tired and went to lots of doctors, and no one could help me. And they still don't really know what to do with those conditions. They just kind of manage them with drugs, but nobody has a real answer. And then nobody had anything to give me. So I decided I was going to find out on my own what I could do. Something got me there, and I figured something was going to get me out of this predicament. And so I went to a lot of health food stores, talked to people, and realized I was eating all wrong. I didn't like vegetables, and I liked fast food. So I would just go through a drive-thru and get my lunch and dinner, and I changed all of that. I bought my first juicer, went on a 5-day vegetable juice fast. Then I kept juicing and added in whole foods, and I went vegan just for the summer. I'm not vegan now. With lots and lots of vegetables and lots of vegetable juice. And in 3 months, I totally healed my body. I woke up one day and thought, wow, somebody gave me a new body in the middle of the night. My body had been healing all along, but I just realized it on that day.
Yeah, great story. And I guess so many people have done that since by getting a juicer. I got my first juicer, I guess, about 15 years ago. So one advertised on TV, and I got one, and now I have one of those multi-powerful blenders, whatever they call them, Nutri-blenders, and do the same thing. I'm not a big vegetable fan myself, but if you mix it with the right way, it's palatable.
Exactly. You can make it taste great and get all those vegetables in your diet. And, people tell me all the time that read my books or go through one of my Jumpstart programs. I do 8-week e-courses online. They tell me that they feel so much better, and they feel it like right away. It's not, you have to wait, and the juice is broken down so well, it goes right into your system, and within about a half an hour, people feel different. They feel more energized and alive, and this has brought healing to thousands of people that I've worked with.
Let's talk a little bit about the specifics of this book as opposed to some of your previous books. This one focuses more on anti-inflammation foods, right? The body, obviously, when things go wrong, things get inflamed, no matter different organs and parts of the body, right?
That is so true. And there are so many research articles coming out all the time on inflammation being at the root, at the core of all of these diseases. So whatever we're talking about, whether it's heart disease, cancer, diabetes, fibromyalgia, scleroderma, lupus, MS, on and on the list goes, there's inflammation at the root. Inflammation is what causes arthritis, the pain in the joints. And so many people have asked me when they've gone through my program, well, what do I eat instead of or in addition to the juice? And I always say, eat an anti-inflammation diet. And they would always say, what's that? That's why I wrote this book. So they know and have recipes and delicious things that they could choose that weren't going to contribute to inflammation in their body, so their body then could have a chance to heal. And one last thing I want to say, if we're just pouring in anti-inflammatory drugs or supplements, even vitamins, and on top of a pro or inflammatory causing diet, we're still going to have inflammation. It's not going to correct until we stop eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner that is contributing to inflammation.
And just again, for the people that haven't been with us before, you're not, the recipes here do include some meat in them. I mean, it's not you're totally getting rid of meat, right? I mean, you can
No, that's right.
Yeah.
We have all sorts of choices. If people love meat, we've got meat and chicken, turkey, fish, seafood, and we've got plenty of vegan recipes for people that don't want to have any meat. So we've got it all, and you can pick and choose, and you don't have to make, every recipe in there, but you can have a lot of ideas and guidelines as to how to set up your day, how to shop, how to prepare food, tricks in the kitchen for saving time, and then how to make your your anti-inflammatory foods taste really great.
For the solid foods, is it the preservatives in most cases that are bad for us, or what's in it? Most of these foods that we're eating that do cause inflammation.
Inflammation. Let me give you the top 5. Number 1 is junk food. Scientific studies have proven that it's the number 1 cause of inflammation. All of these things in packages, boxes, they have to be preserved. They often have dyes and fillers, additives, all of this stuff that the body was never designed to handle. It can't handle that, and it causes dis-ease right down at the cellular level. So it's our little cells that get inflamed. We can't see like we would on the outside if we had a cut or a bruise or a sprained ankle or redness or swollen or some heat. We can't see that happening at the cellular level, so they call it the silent killer. But all of these preservatives and chemicals and pesticides sprayed on our food as well, all of that contributes to inflammation. So we want to eat real whole food, not things out of boxes and packages. Number 2 is sugar. And sugar is in everything. And so, again, if you're eating packaged and boxed food, anything pre-made, they oftentimes put sugar in it. The other day I bought some organic turkey, sliced turkey. I thought it looked really great. Got home, read the label, should have read it at the store. Had sugar in it. I thought, what? They're putting sugar in my sliced turkey? I took it back. So we've got to watch the sugar. And here's another trick that manufacturers are playing on us. They know that people read labels now. We're mostly educated to look for the top stuff, listed at the top of the list. And so they're breaking up the sugars so that they're all listed at the bottom. They're calling them different things, maybe sucrose, maybe corn syrup solids, maybe maltodextrin or dextrin, and it's split up so that the sugar is high, but it's all split up so that the different forms of sugar are all listed down toward the bottom, and people think, oh, I can have this. No, you can't. So I say let's stay away from packaged stuff and from all of that sugar, and especially corn syrup, fructose is really bad. Agave is really, really bad. It's worse than just regular sugar.
Really?
And another pet peeve of mine is organic cane sugar or syrup, as though that's supposed to be something really wonderful. It's sugar. It's just sugar without being sprayed. And that is found in so much of the health food products right now. They're putting in, it says organic cane sugar, and that's just sugar. So watch and really avoid buying things with sugar in it. And number 3 are damaged oils. We know about trans fats. We know about hydrogenated and partially hydrogenated oils. Those have made the news. But we don't hear much about polyunsaturated fatty acids. The corn, soy, sunflower, and safflower oils, those are still supposed to be really great for us. They're not. If you looked at the chemistry of them, they have double bonds, and those bonds break easily, oxidize, and create damage in your cells. I found a quote from one MD, cardiologist, who said, if we didn't have inflammation in our arteries, cholesterol would not stick. So it is not the cholesterol per se, it is the inflammation that is damaging the arteries, creating wounds or little cuts or abrasions or irritations in the arteries. And the cholesterol comes along and does what it's supposed to do. It covers wounds. We want cholesterol if we cut our arm or our finger in our arteries. It's not such a great deal, but it's doing what it's called to do. And so we've got to get the inflammation out of our diet, and then cholesterol is just going to fly on through that artery. It's not going to stick and create a mound, which is going to contribute to a heart attack. So get the good oils in your diet. Virgin, extra virgin olive oil, coconut oil. Coconut oil is a saturated fat. We were told that was bad. We were told all wrong. It is good. It doesn't have those double bonds that can be broken easily, so it's a much more durable oil to cook with. People have used it for centuries in other parts of the world and had healthy bodies and did not have the heart attacks and the disease we have today. Palm oil is also good. Grapeseed oil is good as well. And so those are the oils to choose to cook with. I don't even like canola oil, and that's supposed to be so wonderful. But even though it's a monounsaturated, it's a big, big, big GMO, genetically modified crop. So I don't recommend canola either. And you can have a little bit of butter, not a whole lot, but butter, again, is a saturated fat, and it doesn't break down like the other oils. But a better one is ghee. It's the butter oil. And then going on to the next one, the fourth one, would be gluten. And gluten is so bad for many people that are sensitive in one way or another. And many times people don't realize that they're sensitive to gluten, and it's creating problems at the cellular level, and they don't even know it. So I always say gluten-free. We have so many choices now for gluten-free that it's easy to do that. There are all sorts of gluten-free flours, almond flour, coconut flour, and so forth, and all-purpose gluten-free flour. All our recipes are gluten-free in the anti-inflammation diet. And then I call it the unlikely culprit, and it's just for a certain segment of our population, and that is the nightshade family. If you're sensitive to those, potatoes, tomatoes, peppers like bell pepper and hot peppers and eggplant, it will create pain in your joints and some inflammation in your body. And the only way really to know that is to do the elimination diet. Eliminate them for 30 days, and then add one at a time back in. And if you feel some pain or some dis-ease in some way in your body, you'll know that you're one of those about 30% of our country that just can't tolerate the nightshade family.
Yeah.
So there's my list.
Good list and good information, all in the book called Anti-Inflammation Diet, 28 Days to Restore Your Body and Feel Great. And I know you also have some juice recipes in there as well. And I know you can't just live on juice, but you can kind of do that for a while to kind of clean yourself out, right? For a few days at a time?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Do it, it's spring, or right around the corner it's spring. Do a juice fast, a couple of days. Or, summer is a great time as well to do a juice fast. Any time of year, though, is really good because a couple of days, 2 or 3 days, we can all do that and just have liquids and maybe some herbal tea and some hot water and lemon, and you can do green smoothies and juices and just give yourself a chance to cleanse, and then the rest of your days, have a green smoothie or a juice each day to get some of the greens into your diet and some live foods that are just antioxidant rich, which is really going to help you cut down on that inflammation. And then choose from our wonderful recipes. We've got great things, great soups and stir fries and even apple cinnamon pancakes made with gluten-free flour, great snacks, great sweet treats with great sweeteners that are healthful, like stevia or coconut nectar, and you're on your way to feeling great. You're going to look better, too, and you'll probably lose a few pounds.
Always a good thing. Cherie, give out your website. People get a hold of you or order the books.
Yes, you can get all of my books, including the Anti-Inflammation Diet, at juiceladyinfo.com. You can also sign up for my free newsletter that comes out twice a week and read about our health and fitness cruise next year and our healthy, health and fit juice and raw foods retreat in May of this year. And the Jumpstart program starts in a week, our 8-week course. So lots going on there. Come to my website. Again, it's juiceladyinfo.com.
Great. Cherie, always great to chat with you. And I know you got some other books in the works, and we'd love to have you back on. Please let us know when those are out, and we'll talk to you then. But thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much. You have a wonderful, healthy day.
If you'd like to order the book we're talking about, please go to DougMilesMedia.com and enter the author's name in the Amazon search box. Thank you for listening. Please come back soon for more conversations here at DougMilesMedia.com. This has been a presentation of Doug Miles Media, all rights reserved. You can listen to or download previous programs at iTunes, Stitcher.com, or Doug...